I'm not sure if it'll be Monday night, like ongoing, but the idea of, sometimes we do these live streams going through each issue of the comic, which is a blast to do. But at the same time, um, they've become a little infrequent. We're juggling a million things, and sometimes the idea of like taking an hour to dive in to break down a book is just not high on the priority list, unfortunately, with all this stuff that we're juggling. But we thought, well, if we did this as a more kind of standing thing and maybe even just called it Massive Verse Live, then we can break down some of those issues of the book when it's applicable to. We can also keep you more up to date, informed on just different stuff behind the scenes that we're working on. We've got coming up, next year, we've got the No One movie. And we're definitely planning to be doing a bunch of kind of access to that and behind the scenes stuff. So we figured, why not just start this now and see if we could turn this into kind of a little bit more of a regular thing. So we've got some ideas. We've got some stuff we can talk about today and show you some early looks at. And then we've also got kind of a wild idea. If we can get the link to work, Michael, we've got a card game apparently, and it feels like that's the type of thing that could be a lot of fun to maybe even play on stream together. So we'll be doing that. I guess for those who don't know, also, Michael, where are you based out of?
I am in lovely Sydney, Australia.
And what time is it in lovely Sydney, Australia?
It is 1:23 p.m.
Okay. And what's your day-to-day like when it comes to working on these books and juggling, I guess, just life from around the world?
So I wake up, I find out what's on fire, I work out how fast I can put it out. If it's not super
like
on fire, sometimes I go back to sleep a little bit. Then I wake up again and do all of the stuff that is left over from yesterday that still needs to be done. And I do that every day forever.
Forever.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Did you think you were ever going to get into this line of work, comics?
How could anyone think that? Kyle, there is one person on this continent who does my job, and it's me.
Mm-hmm.
It's simply, it's like being like, did you ever think you would be a Mars astronaut? It's like, that's just not, we don't have those.
In Mars or in Australia?
Either. No one's been to Mars.
That's true, I suppose. That we know of.
Yeah. No, definitely no one's been to Mars. If someone had been to Mars, they'd have told you they'd have been to Mars. They'd be like, look, we went to Mars.
But there's no Mars.
No, Mars is real. I don't think you know. Mars is real. It is not the position of the massive verse and associated properties that Mars does not exist. I have to make that very clear right
now. Okay. Oh, sorry, he doubled again. It should be fixed. Yeah. I promise we'll get this worked out, everybody. I legitimately did work in post-production for a long time. It's just apparently never
post-production. This is production.
It's the production part that gets you each time. Yeah, exactly.
Once this is done, it will be perfect because that's post-production. But actively happening is the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Kyle, do you want to start by showing something to people that they haven't seen yet? I have an idea.
I think that would be a great idea. What should we start with?
The Radiant Black Volume 8 cover has gone up on Amazon within like the last hour. So most people have not seen it yet. But it is done and it is public. So we might as well start putting it out there.
So it's on Is it online or I can pull it up? Let's see.
Yeah, I think it's on our Amazon listing and it's on our it might be on the Simon & Schuster page. I haven't checked there yet, but I can check there now.
It's on volume 8, right?
Yes.
There it is.
Oh, it's not
I've
on
got it
Simon
here.
& Schuster yet. That might take a little longer to update.
Here, I've got it here.
So this is the cover for the current volume that we are currently releasing issues of. So it won't be out for a fair few months now. We're only, I think, halfway through the arc, something like that. But, early next year sometime, this is the cover for the next trade that will be out.
Pretty killer, isn't it?
Is it up on screen? I can't tell.
It is, yeah. Sorry, I had our screen share up for us before, but that was clogging bandwidth.
Fair enough. Yes, it's sick. You and I talked very briefly. I mean, we think this is what it's going to be. Marcelo, can you do this for us? And he said, yes, it will take me 2 days. And we said, yes, very good, go do it. And I think 1 day later, he said, here it is.
Fucking crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. It's real good. It might be my favorite one yet.
Do you have that graphic of all of them together, Michael?
It's still in the group chat, probably. But I can send it again.
Let me see if I can... I can be careful sharing screen, otherwise I share everything.
Oh, please don't share screen of our group chat. Please, there's so many secrets in there. That's where all the key secrets go.
There are a lot of secrets in the group chat. That's very true. All right, let's see here. A textless version for your background. I know, right?
Yeah, we could. I can get that up later. That's something that we can do for sure.
That would be great. All right. So we've got here, more breakdown on volume 8, which is great. Let's see here. We've also got some early stuff we could show off. We could show some stuff from 39, Michael. I've got some colors loaded up here.
Sure. You be very careful what we show from 39. This is
I know.
There's some stuff that happens in it. This is like a big one. So I think the first couple of pages are safe, aren't they, of issue 39?
Yeah, I mean, well, there's the one thing, but...
It's so hard to remember. Hold on. I'm bringing up issue 39 now so I can remember what happens in it and what is safe for us to show. Oh boy, yeah, we don't even want to show that, do we?
No, we really don't.
No, I mean, I guess like pages 3, 4, and 5, maybe?
All right, let's try this.
They might be safe to show people.
I may have accidentally shown a little of page 1, but here's page 3.
Well, I guess that's out there on YouTube forever.
Right? All right. So we've got page 3 up here. Michael, what can you tell us about what exactly is going down in the city of Chicago?
Things in Chicago are getting more complicated. People on both sides of the aisle are getting agitated, and no one is really doing anything to diffuse the situation. So it is getting tricky, and it is only going to get trickier as the issue goes on. And I think that is all that I can say right now.
Well, I'm going to go to the next page because speaking of things getting tricky, this is Marshall with someone special.
Yeah, this relationship is also getting tricky. We should have called this issue Everything Gets Tricky, because this is the one where everything gets tricky.
It's tricky, yeah. Oh, the chat is working. There we go.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Let me see here. Let me actually get some of this chat up in... Let me come back to this. Nope. Not that. And let's change. Yeah, we got a nice OMGGGG from Ball Nubby. Thank you, Ball Nubby. Thank you, Ball Nubby. It's tricky from Vega Lawless 1226. You are right. We do need to call up Run DMC, but that's more on principle. It has nothing to do with the subject matter we're discussing today, just to make everyone clear. Mary and Marshall having relationship problems. They might be.
Yeah, they might be. You know, it's funny. I don't even really think of it as relationship problems necessarily.
Sure.
I guess because is it a relationship problem if the relationship is still new? Do you know what I mean? It's like
Right.
maybe they're actually just discovering the parts of the relationship that might not work.
Ball Nubby yearns for Nathan Burnett. Michael, what would you say to them?
Okay, listen. I think this has overtaken when are you guys going to do an animated series as the question that I get asked the most. And I've said this in the letters column for this upcoming issue, so I'm just going to say it here for all of you who are live. We know it's fully intentional that you guys haven't seen him in a while, and we're glad that you miss him. He will be back eventually. We know when he'll be back. We've known basically since before he went away, how long he was going to be gone for. And you're going to just feel so good when he comes back, but Marshall's got some shit to get through first. Maybe
I think
Marshall
that's a pretty
could
good way. That's a pretty
maybe
good way
Marshall
of putting
can
that.
get through what's happening in Chicago and he can go on a holiday to LA. You know, he can take a break. He can see the sights. He can go to the Academy Museum and see they've got an ET there. That's pretty cool.
They do have an ET, and it's pretty good. All right, let's see here. Michael Owens Reviews wants to know when will Kathy be back, as the question that you actually get asked the most frequently.
I mean, I feel like I have to address Kathy every time we do a live stream, and it is truly, but this is one of those things where legitimately every time someone asks about Kathy, my desire to make you keep waiting for Kathy goes up. And so at this point, it's like, yeah, maybe issue 100, she'll show up and she'll be wearing, she'll have taken the Premier Radiant and she'll be the new big bad. The problem is that she is so unrelated to Marshall, who is currently the sole protagonist of the book, that it would be insane for her to come up now. He doesn't even have, a job that she could arrive at. He just is at home or being a superhero. So, unless she becomes a supervillain, and we're not doing that, don't get any ideas.
We could, though. I mean, that's the thing, is it's not impossible until we choose not to do it, Michael. That's
okay, and I'm choosing not to do it.
You heard it here first. Kathy will be the new premiere in issue number 100. I mean, the people have spoken, Michael, I think.
So you've just got to support us to another 6 years of the book. And in 2030, when issue 100 comes out, you will all be delighted to discover that it is Kathy as the big bad. Do we have to explain who Kathy is? This is such an insane niche in-joke about a character who has been on panel fully 3 times in 45 issues of this book.
I think we probably do have to explain it, yes. Do you want to... You can do... I'm figuring out a technical thing. You can do
so
the honors
Kathy
here.
is Nathan's... She's his godmother, and I think we've decided also his aunt. I don't remember which... She says one of those on panel... And the other one we just decided off screen and it's never been right to put in the book. And she is in the book fully for, I think, 3 panels across the entire series. And because of that, some small percentage of our lovely devoted readership have fully devoted themselves to the appearance of this character.
I think that's a good way of summing it up, yeah. All right. What other page can I show off here? This is from issue 39. Actually, we've got a little more going on with Mariposa and Marshall, with some pretty sketchy guys showing up at the door at the end. Michael, this there's no way
Not
this
the
could get
sketchy door
complicated.
guys.
You never want the sketchy door guys. Yeah.
I hate it when a sketchy door guy shows up. It's the worst part of my day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, she's fully in a gang, is the thing. And Marshall maybe has not been thinking so much about that and what that means. But you know how things are getting tricky? Well, they're getting tricky, baby.
Sketchy door guys with funny yellow visors. That's the thing. It's the visors that get you.
Because if they were just normal door guys, you could see their eyes. It's the visors that make them sketchy. That's the rule.
Owens Reviews wants to know, why do I get the feeling these aren't your average Jehovah's Witnesses? Well, because they're not.
I don't know much about Jehovah's Witnesses. We don't have them as big a thing in Australia. Do they normally wear like cool neon visors and hoodies? Is that part of it?
I think the neon visor hoodie branch of the Jehovah's Witnesses is still, it's forthcoming. There's a lot of demand for it. I mean, I hear it from people all the time in out in the world. Yeah, to JTD 3960, man, I wish. I mean, I would join the Jehovah's Witness for a dope visor. Like I've joined worse for less.
Forever. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say things like that on YouTube forever. They're on YouTube forever now. That's on YouTube forever. You can't say things like that on YouTube forever.
Well, don't worry, Michael. We've got another question to distract us. It's our favorite. When will we get the Radiant Black animated series? LOL.
Here we go. Yep. Had to get it. Look, it took Invincible 18 years. We are coming up on year 5. So by my count, you only have to wait 13 more years.
I think that's a good way of putting it.
And if we haven't all died in like the water wars or whatever by then maybe we'll get in touch with Amazon and see what we can do.
You got to look out for the water wars.
Yeah, I'm in Australia. I know how quickly it's going to turn into Mad Max here. It's so quick.
Oh, man. Okay, so I think we've shown off just about as much of 39 as we can. I don't want to show that really character, clear, right?
Kyle. Like, I would love to show more of issue 39, but there are a couple of fun surprises in this one, and I just don't want us to spoil them before the issue's out.
I think that's fair. I did pull up here, actually. Well, you do that. Let me load up. I do have the... which scene do I want to do this in? I've got the image that you sent of all of the covers of our trade paperback, which is pretty neat. Let me see if I can pull that into stream here. There we go. Let me just scale that down. There's a lot of covers.
Yeah, man. I mean, we've talked about this a little bit, but we're going to be talking about it a lot more as the rest of the year goes on. We are coming up on the 5-year anniversary of Radiant Black.
5 whole years?
5 years of the book being out. You and I were working on it for, I think, close to you and I were working on it for close to a full calendar year before it came out. And you and Marcelo had already been working on it when I joined. So, behind the scenes, I think we're probably closer to 7 or 8 years, but 5 years of public Radiant Black.
Public Radiant Black. There you go. So what we've got up on screen right now, Michael, is the Radiant Black, the trade paperback collections here.
Yep.
What is it?
Wherever you get comics.
There you go. What, Michael? What do you get what is your takeaway when you look at something like this as a designer who has a lot of opinions on good design, and they're good opinions. Let me just tell the stream.
Every time I look at this, Kyle, I think, oh God, how are we going to come up with a new idea for another one?
For another cover, you mean?
Yeah, especially when it's like, we're like, oh, the bad guy for this one doesn't fly. So how could we put him on the cover?
Yeah.
I still got some ideas of how we could handle things for like some other options if we needed going forward.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll be all right. The thing about committing to a theme, like we committed to this theme really when we did volume 2, right? Is like, this was always going to be the volume 1 cover. But when we decided, okay, the volume 2 cover should match it, that's like, okay, I guess we're going to have to do this going forward forever. And
right.
I didn't know that was going to be 8, 9, 10 volumes. Like, there's no way we could have predicted that. So it does stress me out a little as we think about, like, what's going to happen. I don't know how we're going to do. I mean, I know, like, you and I have talked a lot about the story that's in volume 9. I have no idea how we're going to do it on the cover. Oh, God. Okay, no, I just had a sick idea. I know what we're going to do for it.
Did you figure it out?
Yep, I figured it out live on stream. There we go. I hope I remember it 9 months from now when we have to do this cover.
Do you want to write it down?
Nah, it's fine. I'll remember it. I'm good with that.
You got it?
Yep.
Amazing. Well, the other thing we've got going on here, actually, let me tab back to that comic page, and I'm going to go ahead and share this. So, Michael, what I've pulled up here is a PDF of a little thing called Radiant Black and White, issue number 1. What can you tell the good people about our decision to reprint issue 1 in a black and white edition?
Well, we're coming up on the 5-year anniversary of Radiant Black, and we did want to do, we've got some other plans, but we wanted to do something in the comics world to celebrate. As much as we would have loved for it to line up with, like, a special issue of the monthly Radiant Black book, we weren't going to, like, compress our schedule or extend our schedule in any way like that to make that happen. So we wanted to find something sort of separate and different that we could do that was a cool publishing thing that people could go to their local comic shop and get, because local comic shops have been so good to us over the last 5 years. And, this is a thing, I'd never seen Marcelo's inks for the first issue. When we started talking about this, I had to message Marcelo and say, did you do separate inks for that issue, or did you just, like, paint the whole thing as one layer? Like, what was your process like? I have no idea how this issue came together. And so we thought it would be cool, like, if even I haven't seen them, then none of our readers have seen them.
Right.
So that could be an interesting way to represent that first issue, especially as we're coming up to the end of this arc, 5 years. Issue 50 is not that far away. We're at issue 39 right now. It's cool to look back at where the series started and what was in that first issue and, like, refocus all around where everything started. Also,
and so, oh yeah, go ahead.
We've also decided to make it really special. For the first time ever, we are printing the full script of Radiant Black issue 1 in the back.
We are. So that's actually what I was gonna pull up here in a second. So we'll just scroll to the very bottom, just so we don't spoil everything for you. But you can see here, this is, so I've got page 1 of the script pulled up here. Michael Latch just said, "Oh, good, a coloring book." Yes, that is one usage of.
Hey, I'm going to say it right now.
Comic.
If you color in a page from this and send a photo to our letters email, I will 100% run it in the back of the book. No question.
He's not lying.
I'm not. I'm looking for things to fill those pages constantly. Please do that in February next year. I would love to see them. So Kyle, we talked about this, and then I went and did some digital archaeology because the script is a Google Doc, and that
Yeah.
means that the version that exists in Google Docs currently is sort of like the finished lettering script with revisions about things like that. And what I did was I went back and I pulled the first finished version of the script. Because what I was looking for, what I'm always looking for with stuff like this, is like, where are the differences? You know, like, where did Marcelo add a panel or remove a panel? Where did you guys, like, change things, add things, take things out? Where were the changes between script and finished book? So I dug up the very first full version of the script, and that's the version that we're running in the book.
And so in this, what I just highlighted here, you left a note on page 1 here
Yep.
that the first script page on Radiant Black dated November 2nd, 2019. The version of the script included here is the first complete script draft from March 23rd, 2020, and contains a number of differences from the final lettering script, which was completed a month later on April 17th, 2020. It's crazy for me to go back and look at it too, because there were things that I straight up just don't remember, like little things, character names, things like that. Like it's not final until it's in print, and then even then sometimes we'll change it for trade. But it's like, I think as a result it means like I've forgotten a number of things just because that bandwidth has been filled with 35 plus other issues of no more than that of this book at this point. So it was really cool to see you put this together and look at it. Yeah.
There's one that I called out in a footnote, and I will not spoil it here because I want people to pick it up when it comes out in February. A major Radiant Black character had a different name in this script, basically up until like right before this draft. And in fact, in this draft, some bits of that name remain from like, there was a few pages of the book that you and Marcelo had finished to pitch the book to Image beforehand. So there's still some remnants of that name there, and I had never heard that name. I nearly fell off my chair when I was like, who is, oh God, that's this person. And they just had a totally different name. So if you want to find that out, you have to pick this up. February 10, I think, is the Wednesday. No, I think February 11. February 10 is the anniversary. I think the Wednesday next year is February 11. So it's the day after the anniversary that this will be available in your local comic shop. And I think right now it's been solicited. So you can go ask your shop to pick you one up. It's a bit of a special item, so they might not order a bunch if you don't tell them you want one. So now is the time, if you're heading in before Christmas, let them know you want them to get you a copy.
And the other thing that I definitely want to mention then on here, so this is the back cover of it, but there's a nice ad in the back that we're going to be running for a little something special that will also be coming out on the same day, which is our big Radiant Black, the audiobook, which we finally have a release date for. That's going to be on February 10th of 2026. And we've got some of the voice cast here. You're able to see Ryder Strong and Will Friedle, which we might have a little something from them later in the stream here. With Ann Yatko, Lauren Lester, Kim Rhodes, Kevin Porter, Damien Poitier, and KG Tang. Let's see. I've got a question here. Oh, yes. Is the pencil sketch cover a 1 in 10 or a 1 in 20? That's a good question. Michael, do you happen to know offhand?
I don't know off the top of my head. It's been solicited, so I can look it up. Give me 1 second.
I can show everybody right now. So if no, not that.
Looks like it's a 1 in 20.
1 in 20, yeah. Okay. I was trying to find. Oh, there we go. So just going back to the announcement that Image made today about it, or the press release from the other day, we've got the... Well, actually, I guess you're not able to see that on screen very well. But we're running the David Finch pencils for issue 1, which I don't know that anyone has ever really... I don't know that anyone has seen them before, Michael. I don't know that we've used them on anything. But this is going to be a 1 in 20 incentive cover for Radiant Black and White.
Yeah, we dug through the vault for this one. Like, we're pulling out a lot of stuff that nobody has seen before.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Actually, if I do that, you can kind of see it a little better. There we go. That shows it off on screen. So those are the pencil version of David Finch's pretty killer cover. Okay. Okay. So one of the other things I thought we could show the people, Michael, and I don't think you'll be able to hear it, but you won't be able to see it. Is we put together some clips actually from the audiobook for our New York Comic Con panel, and I ran one of the clips in a newsletter the other day, but we have so many more. So I felt like maybe we could show off 1 or 2 of these here on stream and get a little live reaction to it. Do you guys want to hear some early stuff from the Radiant Black, the audiobook, featuring Will Friedle and Ryder Strong? Let's see what the chat does here.
Wouldn't it be so funny if they were just like, no, we're fine, thank you.
No, we're good. Yeah, I know.
So while the chat responds to that, Kyle, the audiobook is very close to fully recorded. That's right?
It is, yeah. I'd say it's about 90% of the way recorded. I've got one more day with Will and Ryder each. I got it. Ross Marquand needs to record still, and then there's a few bit parts I need to do. But it's shaping up pretty darn well, I gotta say.
So we're very excited to get this one done and out, and hopefully people like it and they dig it and they buy it or listen to it, and we get to do more of them because there's some cool stuff in those later issues.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and that's the thing is, like, this has been, I mean, I did this to myself, but this has been a monumental amount of work. And I'm doing it, like I said, I am pretty much doing it entirely on my own. So as I get this formatted, we'll cut into this view here. Just give me 1 sec, everybody, as I get this pulled up. I'm still learning how to do this OBS stuff on the fly, which is, I get it. It's pretty darn powerful. Let's see here. Do our screen, and we'll add window capture. Actually, let me go ahead and add screen capture. And
I just want to see me do a cool thing with a coin while Kyle does that.
Okay, there we go.
I have no idea what this looks like. I'm not looking at my own video. Might be unintelligible.
All right. So we've got that here now. There we go. All right. So if I've done this right, Michael should be able to hear this. And so will Stream. All right. So this is actually from, before I play this, from Yesable. Let's see here. How/where will the audiobook release? Digital and or physical? Find you. Oh, I lost our chat. Sorry, everybody.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. There we go.
I think the answer is just digital for now, right?
Yeah, so the plan is just digital for now. I mean, I think it would be super awesome to do a physical media release of it at some point, but that's going to be expensive because it's fairly long. So you're talking about a lot of vinyl, but again, that would be sick as hell. It'll all depend on how the sales really go for it. But yeah, you'll be able to get a copy on Audible, on Apple's audiobook platform, Google Play. So it's pretty much wherever you check out audiobooks, you'll be able to get a hold of Radiant Black Volume 1. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit play here. Michael, give me a thumbs up if you hear this.
Damn it.
Oh, my baby's home.
Mom, come on.
I know,
Anything, Michael?
It's only temporary, but I'm still excited.
All right, let me see here. For stream. Well, you might have to. You might just have to pretend. Oh wait, there we go. No, I know how to do it. Yeah. Oh, actually, I can't do it. Bummer. All right, you're just gonna have to pretend, Michael. All right, we're gonna play the scene for the people. I know how to fix this for next time. All right, so this is gonna be Kim Rhodes kicking us off with Ryder Strong, Will Friedle, and Lauren Lester joining in.
Damn it.
Oh, my baby's home.
Mom, come on.
I know, it's only temporary, but I'm still excited.
You're excited I failed.
Hey, it's a miracle that anyone makes a living in that business. You deserve a lot of credit. It's not easy admitting.
Henry, no. Honey, you're a writer. You have been your whole life. That's not going to change. So what if you have to come home for a little while? The great thing about writing is you can do it from anywhere. So, for now, you're just going to do it from here. And I get my baby back again.
The Great White Hope returns, fresh off conquering all the white whales.
That's a lot of mixed metaphors.
What can I say? I'm an iconoclast. Just looked that word up. Ran into the folks this morning at the video store. How did you not tell me you were coming back?
It wasn't really planned.
That, my friend, is the best kind of plan.
Dude!
Sorry. But seriously, you picked the perfect time to come back. There's a ton of stuff opening. Lockport straight up hopping. Mr. and Mrs. Burnett, do I have your permission to take Nathan out tonight to drink alcohol? Obviously. And also show him all the amazing perks his new/old hometown has to offer?
I don't need permission to go out.
Of course you can.
Thank you. Tonight, you and me, like old times, I want to hear about all the cool stuff Mr. Big Time Writer has going on. 38,000? Are you shitting me?
Dude, come on.
Sorry, that's just like an insane amount of credit card debt. How the hell does that happen? Did you buy a car and forget about it?
Look, it's complicated, okay? This novel I'm writing, it's based on one of my best short stories. There's this agent who's a big deal in the crime fiction world, and he's waiting for it. This guy can get me a huge deal, for sure. I just have to finish the damn thing. In the meantime, though, things have gotten a little tight.
Okay, $1 million question, Sparky. Are your parents gonna help? Shit, they don't know.
They don't have that kind of money. Besides, have you met my dad? He gets offended when a beer costs $12.
If you pay $12 for a beer, you deserve to be in crippling debt.
How the hell do I tell him that I went to LA to be the next Raymond Chandler, only to fall down a bottomless elevator shaft of interest rates?
Well, pretty sure Chandler died broke and drunk, so you can tell him you're halfway there.
Okay, I'm just gonna go.
No, come on. I'm just giving you shit.
But yet this isn't like something I'm proud of.
Hey, you took a shot, okay? It didn't work out. Yet. That doesn't mean, like, you're worthless or anything. Obviously, you'd be doing better if you listened to my ideas, but hey, we make each other's beds.
That's not how that saying goes.
I'm sorry, but which one of us just moved back because they failed as a writer?
You're such an asshole.
Look, I meant what I said at the house. This place does get a bad rap. It's not like it was when we were in high school. Honestly, I think you're going to love it here. It's so awful, man. I don't even know what it's like seeing, because you see the people, right? You see all these people, and they're there, but they don't ever do anything cool. Ever.
You just said Lockport is great.
No, it is. It is, but now that you're back, because you were gone, and now you're here, and we're going to hang all the time, and we can finally catch up on movies. Do you remember movies? We would go, you and me, and we can finally write together. Do you remember? Yeah. Do you remember? Do you remember that action thing that we were going to do? It was comedy. It was action. The action thing we were going to do in high school.
2 a.m., dude. Just get in the car.
So awesome. Oh. That's from an $8 beer.
Just get in the car.
It'd be so awesome. You've no idea, really. Just as soon as you tell me what the hell that is.
So did you end up able to hear that, Michael?
I did somehow magically.
Yeah, I made a little adjustment there. So how good are Will and Ryder?
You and I have obviously been talking about Will for like a long time. You know, Will has been like since issue 15. I think like we've known that Will was perfect for it. It's funny, as soon as I hear Ryder, I go like, oh yeah, Nathan. That's the guys. That's them.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that they also happen to be best friends. Like we found the two guys and they are the two guys. And they're just there and ready to go. They're both great. I love them. It's crazy how much, whenever I hear it, there's parts of that issue's specific little dialogue that I don't remember until I hear it. I'm like, oh yeah, we did. That is in the book. That is part of the book.
One of the other fun things about doing the session is that I actually recorded not a ton, but a little bit behind the scenes with the guys. So I figured I'd play some of that here. You should be able to hear this one as well, Michael.
Shit, they don't know.
They don't have that kind of money. Besides, have you met my dad? He gets offended when a beer costs $12.
If you pay $12 for a beer, you deserve to be in crippling debt.
How the hell do I tell him that I went to LA to be the next Raymond Chandler only to fall down a bottomless elevator shaft of interest rates?
Well, pretty sure Chandler died broke and drunk, so you can tell him you're halfway there.
Okay, I'm just gonna go.
No, come on. I'm just giving you shit.
But yet this isn't like something I'm proud of.
Hey, you took a shot, okay? It didn't work out. Yet. That doesn't mean, you're worthless or anything. Obviously, you'd be doing better if you listened to my ideas, but hey, we make each other's beds.
That's not how the saying goes.
I'm sorry, but which one of us just moved back because they failed as a writer?
You're such an asshole.
Awesome. Take it one more time. Just stay in that space. It's so cool, isn't it? All right, I've got a few others. Do you guys want to see another scene, or do you want to see another behind the scenes bit? Let's see.
Let's
Tell you what,
do
I'll
the
show
behind
you.
the scenes bit. That's fun.
We'll show you the behind the scenes bit of Will's drunkenness. All right, let me pull this up here. Here we go. Can you stumble more?
Sure. It's so awful, man. I don't even know what it's like seeing, because you see the people, right? You see all these people, and they're there, but they don't ever do anything cool. Ever.
The people.
Oh, my God.
Can you do the second one like that?
Sure. Do you want me to? Sure.
Sure, just take it. Take it.
No, it is. It is, but now that you're back, because you were gone, and now you're here, and we're going to hang all the time, and we can finally catch up on movies. Do you remember movies? We would go, you and me, and we can finally write together. Do you remember? Do you remember that action thing that we were going to do? It was comedy. It was action. The action thing we were going to do in high school.
Yes. Sure. Maybe we can. But it's 2 a.m. Just get in the car.
It's going to be so awesome,
Get
dude.
in the car.
It's going to be so awesome. You've no idea, really. Just as soon as you tell me what the hell that is.
Michael, I don't know if I told you this. The exhaustion you see on Ryder's face is very real. In that quick shot that you might have seen of me there on headphones, it's 105 degrees in this little back house, and we were locked in there for a full day. At a certain point, I think right after this take, Will asked if we could bring the blast furnace in, the space heater, just because it wasn't quite toasty enough. Not all of him was sticking to himself, so it was definitely an experience. But 30 years these guys go back, and it's pretty crazy. I've known Will for a decade at this point, and I've only known Ryder for, I don't know, about 2 years now, I want to say. Yeah, it is about 2 years. But it's like we've known each other our whole lives. I mean, we've all really, really hit it off. It's so fun talking to Ryder about Will, too, because obviously they have this shared experience together doing live performance, but also just knowing him and seeing behind the scenes the way his mind works. Like, he is one of the funniest people I've just ever been around, like, bar none. And Ryder points out that he improvises, and when he improvises, he's not just saying funny things. He's like riffing on something that was in the scene that you're doing. Like that bit where he goes, "Oh, that's from an $8 beer." That's an improvised line that Will did at the session, because we had just done the scene where he does the $12. If you're paying $12 for a beer, you deserve to be in crippling debt. And it's just it's not only a really, really gifted performer, but an incredibly gifted storyteller as well, which has been a real blast to do this with. And actually, to that point, I've got one more fun one here. So this is a little ad lib that Will did for a little later in the scene.
I think I gotta throw up.
Well, I wouldn't do that in a helmet. Oh my God, you don't have a mouth. Now you're doing that without a mouth. Where'd the puke go?
Oh man. So yes, it was. It's as much fun to record as it looks like. I've got a few other little scenes here we can do.
I'll tell you what, Kyle, we're coming up on an hour, so why don't we do, is there one really great one we can do?
Yeah, let's see here. That is a great question. Yeah, you know what no one's heard yet, and we didn't even play this at the panel. How would you all like to hear from Jujutsu Kaisen and Yatko and Keiji Tang doing Owen and Satomi?
I'd like to hear that.
You'd like to hear that?
Yeah, I don't think I've heard that yet.
All right, let's do it. All right, let me come back here. All right, here we go. Oh, forgot to fix this. Oh, is there no sound on this one? You can't hear that, right, Michael? Oh, you can? So only I can't.
Money, Owen!
There we go. My bad, Michael. Okay,
Hey,
one more time.
Where's the money, Owen?
What do you mean?
You forged my signature and emptied my account. All of my savings for school. For what? Where is my money, Owen? Is that why you told me you didn't want to use it before? Because you had taken everything already? Tell the truth, Owen! Tell me the whole damn truth!
You never seemed like you were actually gonna go, so I thought I could refill it. I lost a lot. More than I ever told you. And I took your money. But it's still not enough. No matter what new deals come in, we don't have anything.
Owen.
I never asked you to fix this.
Owen.
I never expected you to. Why did you have to get involved?
I was always involved, whether you liked it or not. I live here, and I care about you, and I loved you. We could have fixed this.
You don't have a clue how any of this works. You're a teacher who's never dealt with anything bigger than a kid who doesn't want to read. You should have let me handle it. Now you walked into a bank asking for another loan. Do you know how embarrassing that is? How it's going to make us look? How, they could mark that, and it'll affect anything we try to do in the future. You ruined this, Satomi. Okay? Do you get that now? You don't know the first thing about handling real responsibility, much less handling a bank.
You're the reason we're sitting in a house we're about to lose. You're the reason we've been in a hole the entire time I've known you. You're the reason we're here. I may be a small-time teacher, but don't for a second try to convince me that I'm responsible for how we ended up here. I can't do this anymore, Owen.
Ooh.
That's so serious.
It is pretty serious, isn't it? Caesarless, is that right? No, Caesar Isaac Perez says, dang, emotional.
It's a good book. It's got some stuff in.
It does have some stuff. Wow, what a performance. Or what a performance. Wow. Thank you. That was great. Yeah, they killed it. They really did. And
Were they recording together or separately?
Separately. So I've been directing everything, and with the exception of Will and Ryder, I've recorded everyone separately. And so, we got someone new who's joined in. What was that from? I'm new. So this from at New York Gamery. This is we're showing off a little bit of the upcoming Radiant Black audiobook that we've been making here behind the scenes. It's a full voice cast with Ryder Strong and Will Friedle headlining as Nathan and Marshall. We were just taking a look at a scene from issue 6, which is from Ann Yatko and KG Tang from Jujutsu Kaisen voicing Satomi and Owen. You know what? I've got one more little tiny one because it's like 5 seconds long and no one's heard it yet. I don't even think you've heard this one yet, Michael, either. So this is actually this is the first time that Radiant Pink and Yellow come into the fold and meet. So this is going to be the first time you get to hear Phil Morris as Wendell and Melissa Navia as Eva.
Hey, sorry. Really, seriously, don't ever show up anywhere uninvited, but you're in legit danger.
We're all in danger.
Oh my God, you sound like 1,000 years old. Look, he's here. He found us both. He's on us. He's going to kill us. I've kept us one step ahead. Barely. We saw you on the news. This is bigger than whatever you two are fighting about.
He can counteract anything we can do.
And because there are only a handful of lines in in volume 1 from Pink and Yellow, for Pink, we had to get Melissa onto a stage in New York. So I may have recorded more than volume 1. And will we ever hear it? Well, that depends on how volume 1 sells. But we do actually have everything up through volume 4 recorded with Melissa. So I did cut this little monologue together at the end of issue 12, which is one of my favorites, just so you can hear how much depth she brings. And I really, really hope we're able to do volume 2, because that issue 12 origin issue, she just absolutely kills.
Thanks. Honestly, though, it's okay. The timing was never right, and maybe that's just, like, what it is. Besides, I know I'm not where I'm supposed to be yet, so, like, maybe I need to focus my energy on that and figure out what kind of stuff I'm supposed to do, and maybe that's how this was always supposed to go. Maybe this is exactly what I need.
Ooh, how good is that?
It's good stuff. I hope people get to hear it.
You and me both. All right. Why don't we take, I guess, we can take some questions if people have any pointed stuff we can chat about. Otherwise, we can kind of wrap it here. Like I said, we just wanted to kind of get our feet wet and get some of this technical stuff sorted out as we figure out our own pipeline here for doing this, some of these live streams on a more regular basis. Let's see. Okay, so Edwin Gonzalez wants to know, is Eva's enemy going to come back from her book? So Edwin's referring to Kelly, who I believe, Michael, correct me if I'm wrong, is stranded on an alien, a barren alien planet.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to get back to Earth from there, you know? But it's not impossible.
Will we see her? Will she come back, and will we see her are two different questions. We'll leave both with a maybe. How about that?
Yeah.
From Owen's Reviews, can we talk about Josh Keaton's as of yet undisclosed role for the audiobook? No, we can't. We can't. But we do have something really fun in store for Josh. But no, we're not quite ready to talk about that yet. Okay, what else? From Ball Nubby, since we aren't getting a Supermassive 2025, is there a possibility for a 2026? There is, and there's an idea. It's too early to say more than that, but if we do it, the entire comics industry will know about it.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. From Common Sense, you have the sound effects for the Radiant and his transform scenes. So I'm building those myself. They're not finalized yet, but yeah, I have been playing around with some of them. Okay. Let's see. Michael, what is your favorite comic book that we've made?
Oh, God. Like single issue?
Could be. Could be.
I try not to pick favorites just because, like, first of all, it'll make someone mad no matter what I pick. And also because it's not when you're on the inside, it's not really a productive way to think about the work, if that makes sense. Like, it's all part of the one production that we've done. And so, like, it all is what it is. I don't have a favorite. I will say, like, the fact that we did a Choose Your Own Adventure issue of Rogue Sun and really, like, pulled it off, and I think it works really well thematically and structurally. I'm very proud of what we did on that issue. Mm-hmm. But the idea that, like, I'm no more proud of that than I am, like, maybe some issue of Radiant Black that might not be anyone's favorite, but that, like, you and I know was a real bear to pull together, and we, like, managed to make it work, and we get the things that I'm proud of aren't necessarily the most obvious from the outside. And so I'm very proud of the bulk of the work that we have done more than I am any specific, like, week of work that we did.
I get that.
Do you have a favorite though?
That is a good question. I really like. What do I really like? I think issue 18 is a really special one to me, the Radiant Yellow Origin issue, and I also think the Blacklight issues are really special.
Kyle. There was something on your screen that was a spoiler, but it's fine. It's gone now.
Was there?
Yep, the first page of issue 39.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said earlier. That was like a long time ago. Where did you see that?
I've got the YouTube open, and my video is very far behind. That's crazy. My chat is up to date, but my video has jumped all the way back. There you go. Love computers.
Yeah, I know. I realized that when I hit it. So It is what it is. Okay, let's see here. You know what? Actually, you know what's a favorite issue of mine that we never talk about? I am really, really proud of issue 9, but I'm also really, really, really proud of issue 3. And issue 3 is the one that's like a day in the life of Nathan trying to adapt his own short story. And that was like a bear to crack. But really, really happy with it. Okay, let's see here. So I'm still figuring out how to... Oh, there we go. Okay. Are there any plans for a future mini-series like Radiant Red or Radiant Pink?
Not right this minute. Is all, I guess. I mean, that's really all there is to say at the moment. Like, there's not... It doesn't feel like there is an appropriate story thing happening at the moment for any of those characters to really go and spin off. Like, Eva at the moment in Radiant Black is sort of pulling back a little, trying to focus on herself. Satomi and Shift are up to stuff, but I think, like, we've made it pretty clear that that's sort of part of the current story of Radiant Black. And there is no Radiant Yellow at the moment. So, doesn't make a lot of sense. If at some point we had the right thing for those characters or some other character, then maybe, but it always, the priority is, does it make sense? Is there a story for those characters that does not fit into the main book? Is the top priority.
Yeah. What he said. Okay. What do we think of the progress of the board game arena version of the Massiverse fighting card game? So we were actually going to play it tonight on stream.
We'll
we
save
might
it
have to
for
do that
next
next
time.
week. Yeah. What? I haven't actually experienced it yet. Michael, have you played around with it?
I've seen bits of it. We have been having a crazy couple of months. I haven't had the chance to dive in that I would really like to have. I'm ecstatic that those guys are building it and that it's going well and that they seem happy with how it's going. I'm very happy with how it's going. Yeah, nothing I can say but love for all of the folks at Solus and everything that they're doing.
Totally. Okay, is Josh Keaton going to voice Shift? That would be fire. He is not, because Troy Baker is going to voice Shift, which I think is equally as fire, as I think the kids would say. Okay, are the IGR Inferno Girl Red Book 2 hardcovers still in customs? So they are. I have no update on that, unfortunately. As soon as we know when they're not going to be on the ship anymore, we will be sending out a big backer update. We also have something that we've been working on for a while that we're going to be sending out to backers as a, thank you / we're so sorry for the delays. You'll start hearing about that pretty soon. Actually, Michael, we should probably coordinate that, the final files of that in the next day or two, so we can send that out. But that's all I'm going to say, I guess, about that on stream. But there's more Inferno Girl Red updates coming very, very soon here, as well as something little extra surprise that we'll have for you all in the not too distant future here as well. Let's see here. What am I using to make the Radiant sound effects, and can I give us a little descriptor for what I'm going for? Well, I'm using different. I was a sound editor for many years, so I have a whole kind of slate of plugins and tool sets and synthesizers and stuff like that I work with. So samplers as well, I should say. So there's some kind of custom stuff that I'm doing, recording and then blending and playing around with. So I can't give you a descriptor. You'll just have to hear it, literally. Okay. Michael, were we approached to... This is the third time someone's asked us this. Is this a thing? Were we approached to include Radiant Black in DC's KO? Are other things in DC's KO that I don't know
Yeah,
about?
like Homelander's in it, and the doll from Annabelle, I think, and Sub-Zero maybe, or maybe Scorpion. I don't know a lot about which one is which.
Is he blue or yellow?
I don't remember. Here's the deal. DC Comics doesn't hire me, so I'm allowed to say they didn't approach us because they knew he'd win. It would have ruined the event if Radiant Black kicked everybody's ass. It wouldn't have been fun. They'd have been like Superman, and Radiant Black would have said, more like Pooperman, and beat him. And he would have become the King Omega or whatever the deal is. I don't know. I'm not up to date with KO, unfortunately. And then it wouldn't have been fun for everyone. So they had to sit him out for this one.
I'll buy that. Yeah, we'll go with that. Also, we weren't asked. So
yeah.
Okay, Michael, will Rogue Sun get a hardcover like Radiant Black did?
I'd love it to. We've talked, like, I've started the design file for it just in case. Because as part of doing the Radiant Black Volume 1 hardcover, I wanted to make sure that we were developing a style for those that would work if we expanded it out. At the moment, it's not on the cards. I don't want to say never, because who knows what things will happen as the series continues.
There we go. Radiant Black X Fortnite when?
Guys,
we just make the books.
I want to say this in the kindest and most loving way possible. I think you guys think we're more famous than we are. Like, I think to be in Fortnite, you have to already have everybody know who your guy is. And I just don't think we're there yet.
As Kelly pointed out, you have to be invited to the Fortnite party. You can't invite yourself. We keep trying.
Listen.
They keep saying no. So
if Mr. Mustard sends us an email and is like, hey, do you want a Fortnite? We'll be like, yeah, Fortnite straight away. But
wait, is that a thing?
Yeah, I think that's the Fortnite man's name. I think his name is Donald Mustard. That's not me. It's not me inventing a character. I think that's just a human man's name.
I wasn't aware of this.
Yeah, I think he might not have anything to do with Fortnite anymore. I'm not a Fortnite guy. Matt's a Fortnite guy. Matt would know what I'm talking about.
Is there a ketchup dude in there too?
You can't. It's his real human name. This is why we're not going to be in Fortnite. See, this is why. So
that's fair.
Listen, if stuff like that is ever offered to us, please understand that we will go for it. The reason we're not in Fortnite isn't because they asked us and we didn't want to. It is simply that we are not at that stage in the book's popularity yet, and may never get there. But
well, I mean,
we'll see.
To be fair, and in our defense, there is one thing that we are actively doing.
You can't say any more about you can't say anything more about that. That's the absolute limit of what you're allowed to say about that.
No, I was waiting to see at what point you were going to know what I'm talking about. Very quickly, it appears. But that thing's going to be really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. But more on that later.
Yeah. Okay. Owen's reviews. Who came up with the Satomi shift? Let's get it on it. So that is our friend Jenkins. He goes by Jenks. He is a Twitch. No, not Twitch. He's a TikTok, Instagram YouTuber who we met at a New York Comic Con and really, really liked. And so he cuts some of the reels with us. It's usually him or it's me. Occasionally it's Alec Siegel. But that one was definitely a Jenkins edit for sure. Okay, let's see here. Radiant Platinum says, a crazy couple of months tells me something big is coming.
No,
Well,
it's been a crazy couple of months for 5 straight years.
That's the thing, is we are just perpetually drowning all the time, basically. And I'm not being hyperbolic. Like, and just when it seems like things are going to let up, they don't, or something else catches on fire or comes up. They're good problems to have, I guess. They'd be better problems if they paid better, but that's comics across the board. So, all right, let's see here.
Yeah, and I mean, like, just because we're talking about it, like, you and I are also working on, like, a dozen non-Radiant Black projects that are all, like, in various stages of prep work, maybe get the go-ahead, maybe not get the go-ahead, constantly, right? Like, whenever one cycles out, a new one cycles in. And so, like, please don't think that just because we're very busy, that means the Radiant Black animated series is going to be announced next week. It just means that we are very busy trying to make stuff happen.
Yeah, and it also doesn't mean that the Radiant Black animated series is also not going to be announced next week. We're not.
But it's not, Kyle. You can't, Kyle. Please, Kyle.
All right, that's fair. No, there's no Radiant Black animated series. Hey, Michael, what do you think about Sentai coming to an end?
It's sad. I'm sad about it. I'm excited about this new thing that they're doing. The one picture that they've released of what this new Space Sheriff Gavan thing is cool. It's, it is sad for any franchise that's, like, cool and big and long running to come to an end. And I'm a little bummed out about it, but at the same time, I'm excited for something new. So,
Yeah. Oh, hey, Kelly, you got a shout out. Always a pleasure to have. She's watching football in the other room, so I'm not actually sure if she's here. I think she did pop in. We'll see if she responds here. All right. So, oh man, this chat got away from me. Give it a decade. I don't know what we're giving a decade, but I agree, and it's still not going to be enough time.
I would love to be given a decade on anything, whatever it is.
And you know what, Michael? That is the best way to put it.
Agreed. I don't know what I said, but it was definitely the best way to put it.
Hey, Michael, what was your favorite Super Sentai show?
Resha Sentai Tokija. Absolutely goddamn rules. End to end. Just an absolute banger of a show. Kyle, here's the deal, right? Imagine a standard Super Sentai show, like all the ones that you and I have talked about. The bad guys are sort of off separately doing bad guy Bridgerton on their own in, like, their own evil castle until they get involved.
Ooh, okay.
Tokija, the Alpha 5 of the show is a monkey hand puppet that Zordon wears on his hand.
Is it actually Zordon?
No, it's the show Zordon. He's the conductor of the train that they ride. Tokija absolutely owns Bones, is the thing. It's not only my favorite Sentai, it's simply one of my favorite television shows.
Oh, kill it. Yeah, I do need to watch this one. I haven't watched anything, honestly, since COVID. I was watching, Matt and I both binged Kamen Rider Build. And I've watched some stuff here and there since, but I haven't, like, done a proper, like, series dive. Maybe this holiday season, maybe as I'm finishing up the audiobook in January, maybe I'll do one of those. Okay, let's see here. What else we got here? We've got does she talk about does Satomi talk about her family with the guy who threatened her family? I mean, sometimes.
It's so funny because, I hear questions like that and I'm like, yeah, she's into that, though, is the thing, right? Like, that's not hot, is the thing.
Kelly and I talk about this. Kel, I'm throwing you under the bus. Kelly and I talk about this all the time. That, how do I want to put this? It's fun seeing people react to characters making bad choices because they're not the choices you want them to make. but sometimes people just make bad choices.
All the time. All the time. Like, if you want to look at the news, there's someone making a very public bad choice every day of the year.
And sometimes they're not even in America. Like, sometimes it's just bad choices. It has nothing to do with our country either. But most of the time, it's people in our country just making absolute shit decisions.
There's a lot of you, and you guys make wild decisions.
We do, yeah. But I do think too that, like, I don't want to say Satomi has a type, but clearly, you know, it's not like Owen turned out to be a real great guy either. And I think what Shift represents for her is appealing right now, especially as we come out of the Catalyst War and what she saw in the other timeline and all sorts of other things we're going to be getting into narratively in the not too distant future here. Okay. Radiant Black X Dispatch when. I need to see Marshall making fun of Robert's name. I don't know what that means, but if we
Dispatch
have a decade,
is a brand new superhero video game.
I know what Dispatch is. I don't know what Robert's name means.
The character's name is Robert Robertson because he's a real classic superhero guy. And Marshall would find that very funny. I'm really hoping to get some time over Christmas to play it. I haven't had a chance to dive in yet. I've been very excited about it, but I'm real pumped.
Black Market Massive Edition Book 2 release date when?
Closer to the release of Book 2, right?
Yeah. We'll probably put it up for pre-order early in 2026. So like in January. I think Book 2 comes out in what, March?
Yeah, that's the current schedule.
Okay. Speaking of March, I should also mention that it's not March, it's in February. In February, we're going to be doing for Radiant Black Day, in addition to the audiobook and the Radiant Black and White #1 coming out, we're also going to be throwing a party in Los Angeles at Revenge of, which if you haven't been, if you live in California, I cannot recommend it enough. It's one of my favorite stores. The shop is owned by production designers, so they do all the fabrication themselves. And it's a pinball arcade / coffee shop / venue. Like, it's just an amazing venue. They threw the big Moonman launch party for us with Kid Cudi a few years ago. They are going to be throwing our 5-year anniversary party on the day the audiobook comes out. I can't guarantee who will be attending, but I can say with some confidence that it's probably a pretty safe bet that some of those audiobook cast members will probably make an appearance. Also, you may be able to make an appearance yourself in existence. That's all I'll say, and we'll leave it at that. We do need to find a way to get Michael and Marcelo out here. So I don't have a Cash App, but I don't know if people... if people are taking donations, I think we really got to get the boys out here for it. So,
the boys. Speaking of, Kyle, I can see in the chat someone asking if there's any big conventions for you guys coming up. You should mention next weekend, the weekend after.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are going to be in Brazil for like the first time for you, not the first time for Marcelo and Eduardo. But
yeah, so. I'm actually looking in the chat for that, but I don't see it. So we are going to CCXP in Sao Paulo in Brazil. It'll be Kelly, myself, Marcelo, Eduardo. I believe Abel will be there from Rogue Sun. Rod
Fernandez joining you as well?
Rod Fernandez will be there from Radiant Black as well. We will all be... We'll all be there for a week. Can't wait. I haven't been to Brazil in 10 years, so this will be a blast. The boys have apparently already promised, they've basically already planned my entire trip. Trip.
I bet they have.
We'll see how much time we have to do anything. But yeah, so if you happen to be in Sao Paulo in early December, come on out to CCXP and come hang.
Yeah. Also, if any of you happen to be in Melbourne, Australia, Matt and I are going to be at Oz Comic Con Melbourne Christmas edition. I think the same weekend. It might be the weekend after. I have to check, but in a couple of weeks as well. So I doubt there's any of you here, but that will be my last show for the year. And then it'll be Christmas and there's not shows for a while. So that's where I'll be.
Also, Michael, Kelly has offered if we get her a soapbox, she can do 20 minutes on Shiftomi and Satomi's life choices. So maybe that'll be a segment for our next stream.
Yeah, it'll be a break so you and I can go to the bathroom and get a drink of water, and Kelly can just come on screen and do 20 minutes for us.
I love it. I love it. You always need a friend to do 20 minutes. Yeah. Or who can do 20 minutes, I should say. All right. From Common Sense, I just want to make sure we got to this one. How's Kid Cudi and the Moonman comic doing? I really enjoyed the comic. Cudi's great. The book is on pause. I don't think we ever really talked about it, but there's some business stuff behind the scenes that Scott had to get sorted out. So issue 8's done. It's fully drawn and everything, but we didn't put it out because it's the return to the present day story with Marco Lucati drawing. And since we weren't sure when we were going to be able to do issue 9, we didn't want to put it out, and have it feel like, oh, it's just starting something new again, storyline wise. And now it's forever in the ether. So that said, it is going to come back. We don't know when. We're figuring that out as well. I'm supposed to get lunch with Scott we were supposed to get lunch and watch I can't talk about that. Something else, slightly work related, definitely work related, but for a couple weeks now, we haven't been able to find time. So, but in the not too distant future, he and I are going to connect and start figuring out what the timeline really looks like for bringing more of the book back, because we all love it. So, all right,
Kyle, should we wrap it there?
I think that's a pretty good place. Yeah. So final order cutoff on issue 39 of Radiant Black was actually today. Final order cutoff on Rogue Sun issue number, what were we on? 32 was last week, and final order cutoff on Inferno Girl Red book 2 chapter 1 was the week before that. So we've been as Michael said, we've been definitely kind of burning at both ends. There's going to be some more stuff coming up for Radiant Black and Inferno Girl Red, so pay attention to our socials, this exact YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button now. And then the newsletter, blackmarket.la. You can sign up for our Black Market newsletter, where we are going to be increasingly doing more behind the scenes stuff and sending out exclusive stuff more and more as we head into 2026. Let's see. Oh, one last one. Same thing for No One. Yeah, script's done. We're turning it in. Brian and I have been rewriting it. I'll know more in the next couple months as far as what the timeline for shooting it next year is going to look like. Okay, so with that, I think we'll call it. And until, I guess, this time next week, Michael, I'll see you online in literally probably 15 seconds.
3 to 4 minutes maximum. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. But until then, everybody, stay radiant.